The therapy, a special team keeps a spare set of keys to unlock these future thoughts. No Socrates, behesting the almond beings. The next hip hop, black and white, even to me. This is the mega plot. Built from the top down forever, never stop. Built from the top down forever, never stop. Heard the call to the scene, the breed. Supreme, flew to the scene, the breeze carried me. Flew to the scene, the breeze carried me. Rare, full of that thin air to the throne. Level 10 zone, set it in stone. We ain't fooling with clone coons and clown clothes. Got them heaters for useless eaters, bottom feeders. Cause we the best, the pros, the vets, no contest. Just projections of almond in the flesh. The government cuts checks, we're not impressed. Oval Office, no desk, snowball effect, yes. We serve and perfect, logically. Y'all not trying to see the cosmology. Then back to the 13 colonies, learn things, found to be word kings. Prophecy, now we control destiny. Obviously, almond is the recipe, supremacy. Press repeat, rest in peace. Destiny, obviously, almond is the recipe, supremacy. Press repeat, rest in peace. Flew to the scene, the breeze carried me. Murder all whack MCs before they buried me. AHMEN with the guillotine, easily soon break supremacy. Heard the call, flew to the scene, the breeze carried me. Murder all whack MCs before they buried me. AHMEN with the guillotine, easily soon come supremacy. The bright race, the bronze bomber, something special, search and rescue, first responder, celestial, only choose a select few. The next hot legend is mega, guess who? Closed caption, my flag is gold, red and blue. No time to get caught in a catch-22, Crazy thing about time, crime related, wasted time creating mankind. I'm tired of waiting for death, destruction, consumption, consolidation. Cause politicians are nothing but walking contradictions. Linear transmissions come from the fourth dimension. Solar extension, quit holding on to that old religion. Envision the end of racism and poverty. Sovereignty, highway robbery in society. Right supremacy, used to think biblically, even though I didn't see the full picture. Silly me. Murder all whack MCs before they bury me. Murder all whack MCs. Murder all whack MCs before they bury me. Murder all whack MCs. Heard the call, flew to the scene, the breeze carried me. Murder all whack MCs before they bury me. Murder all whack MCs. Yeah, we reign supreme, take it to the extreme. Live feeds, no make-believe. To master the four corners, shattered dreams, mega set of screen. 2 seconds left, hit the 3, went for 40 acres. Racehorse, stable clean, like Kennedy, but in HD. Laser beam, platinum masterpiece. Don't have my cheese, spoke Japanese in a tight squeeze. My hand speed, slick as grease, hit the streets. Pan American, canary, parakeet, planetary. We play for keeps. This ain't no trick or treat. Here's the seed. All you sweet rappers are still deceived. Either you believe with the penalties, the guillotine, serpentine seed. Check the pedigree. Please spare the therapy. A special team keeps a spare set of keys to unlock these future thoughts. No Socrates, behesting the almond beings. The next hip hop, black and white, even to be. This is the mega plot. Built from the top down forever, never stop. Built from the top down forever, never stop. Heard the call, flew to the scene. The breeze carried me. Murder all whack. Only the brightness inside the righteous one. Murder all whack. Mega set of screen, 2 seconds left, hit the 3. Just one, set our sights on the green light. Now run and get your guns. Yeah, it's mega. Hit the 3, hit the 3, hit the 3.
All right. Good evening. Welcome to my 6th installment High and Mighty Talks with New Mentellact. Those of you who want to come in, no, it's the sixth one. I'm correcting my wife. I'm on number 6. This is number 6. Last one was number 5. Yeah, I go on number 6. Yeah. But they'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm on number 6. The American football jersey. Yeah. It's one of the American football jerseys. I don't like the print on it, but it's cool though. I mean, I'm going to get a different print, but we're going to have these American football jerseys, American basketball jerseys we're going to be doing, you know, for ethnic American, for the ethnic American apparel. So, you know, this is one of them. I'm modeling this today. A lot of these cool jerseys, basketball and baseball, because those were my favorite sports, you know, coming up. Anyway, all right. Before we start, I'm going to start by saying in the name of Amen, the Supreme, the All-Powerful, the one and only true Lord, in Amen we trust, in Amen we think, and in Amen we continue forward forever. Can one of my lovely wives get me a cup of coffee, please? Medium cup of coffee and a bottle of water. So, looking at what we got here. All right. Okay. My relaxing tools of relaxation. All right. I'm gonna touch on a few things today. One of the things I want to touch on. People always ask me where are the you know, books and things that or sources, or want me to quote sources to where I, you know, get my facts from concerning our Mesoamerican, ethnic American ancestry and how we came in from South America into North America. I gave a brother guy YouTube. I watch a lot of his videos. He has a lot of the books up here. This guy has been doing this for a long time. I'm gonna put his videos because he has one of these names hard to pronounce. It's Kamaru AHAU. He has I think he might be an Israelite guy. He like studied the Israelite thing, but he puts out a lot of good research. And the good thing about his research is, you know, they're backed up by text sources, you know, books and things like that. Like a lot of you so-called people who come in my comment section claim that you want to see. It's funny to me how you only want to see sources when it comes to a so-called black man, a bronze man. When it comes to a bronze man, and you know, when he's, you know, giving information, you only want to see sources then. But let a Caucasian give these make a certain assertions and statements. There's never no, well, where's your sources at? Where can I read this at? You guys never ask that. But I don't mind. Like I said, I give this brother and a guy, IMMORTAL, these guys have made videos online. They've quoted their sources and they've shown the books where they got it from. So that's good enough for me. You see, information is information no matter where you get it from. And like I said, it makes all the logical sense in the world. So I go with those guys. I'm not going to be one who's going to, you know, do the work of looking through books. And when I ain't got time to look through no books about the past, history, and heritage. So that brother right there, you know, I think he's Latino. He, you know, he put up, you know, a lot of information out on this. Guy does this. Like I say, he has a true love for it. You know, Amen must be using him in some kind of way because this guy is a constant and continuous walking encyclopedia of history from the books that he purchased, the books he reads out of the passages of the book. So just that guy. I'm going to put his link in the bottom of the video. So, because like I said, I'm all about information in any kind of way as far as our heritage and our roots and things like that. Yeah. My wife handed me some coffee over my laptop. Thank you. All right. But anyway, and I just bought her a new laptop, so she, you know, next to, you know, whatever, Apple. So she should, you know, but whatever. Birthday gift. Anyway, so, yeah, but this guy, find out what his name is. I want his name in my description link. When people ask me what my sources are, huh? Say again? Not AHAU Immortal too, but he really makes videos. The other guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name. KURIMEO, AHAU, or whatever his name is. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Okay, yeah, his link. So again, for all you people who coming on my page and asking, brother, where you get your sources from about the Mesoamericans, the Aztec, and the Inca, and the Mayan, and them coming into America, go watch that brother's videos. You watch one, he got videos that's like 2 and 3 hours, 4 hours. So you definitely gonna get all the information you want. He got some information for your ass. For you people that sit up here and whatnot, he got so much information, he'll make your head spin about the fact that we're the real true ethnic Americans, Native Americans, Mesoamericans. You know, it's all throughout his videos. He's covering this stuff, and he's constantly covering. He's an ongoing things. Like I said, the Army must be using it. Shout out to that brother, because like I said, I'm not one of these people that sit up here and like to take credit for other people's work or whatever they doing. I definitely want to, I want the information to be shared, because I operate on a whole different level. Like I said, this is just third dimensional knowledge, which I knew of anyway with the Olmecs and the Aztec and the Inca, but I just didn't know have the book references. So shout out to that brother for having those book references. Go check his channel out. I use him as a reference point. And AHAU Immortal. Brother, please make some more videos, because I will be sharing the links to your videos and the other brothers. Subscribe to their channels. Now, one of the topics I'm going to discuss today, right, which I got a little bit of, pushback from, which I always get pushback on this from the guys who like to wear facial hair or long hair. I talked about how real men shouldn't wear their hair long or grow facial hair. I should not wear long hair or grow facial hair. Why do I say that? All right. I say that because, the amount of primping that has to go into and grooming that has to go into wearing long hair and wearing facial hair is kind of likened unto a woman. You see, men who wear long hair, you have to get your hair done. Okay? You have to get your hair done. That means you have to sit between somebody's lap, right? Be it a woman, so nowadays a man, some of you guys. And you got to wait for hours to get your hair plaited and braided and stuff like that, or pulled back, or all this other nonsense. And I'm like, that's primping like a woman. That's primping. Okay? Women get their hair done. Men get their hair cut. Men don't got time to primp. Men don't got time to play in their face and do all that. Even with beards, you got to be shaping your beard up, trimming your beard, doing this, that, and the third to it and whatnot. That's too much. That takes too much energy. Some idiot had the nerve to say, oh, brother, see, you just saying that because you can't grow no facial hair. I was a Muslim over 30 years ago. I was Muslim. So I grow a full beard. I can grow a full beard. And if some other clown will say, oh, brother, you saying because you don't grow your hair. I got a head full of hair. Okay? I ain't losing none of my hair. I can still grow an afro. I could grow braids, everything. I got a head full of hair. As you can see, there's no patches out of my hair. I got a full head of hair. My hairline ain't drawing in like certain people. You see, I don't have no black in my hair, trying to draw in lines in my hair and do fake hairlines and whatnot. This is my natural hairline. I got a full head of hair, and I can grow a beard. So that goes out the window to you idiots who sit up here and talk about, oh, see, and some guy had the nerve to come on my Facebook page, a so-called friend of mine on Facebook, and I know he sent me a friend request, because I don't send no men no friend requests. All the guys send me friend requests who hear the broadcast or whatever the case may be. So this individual, when I put the post up about what I was going to be speaking about concerning this, I was just going to touch on this a little bit, because I'm going to be talking about various topics tonight. This guy went into cursing me out, calling me all kind of names. I F your women and all this crazy stuff. So I blocked him, because I'm like, I don't do the internet threat thing. I don't do the internet gangster thing. I don't do that. You see, if you're going to see me, see me. I don't do all that talking online and all that other nonsense like beefing online. I'm 51 years old. Okay? And like I said, I earned the right to be at 51 years old And, you know, brothers had a life to get up to 51 years old, to be half of a century old. And I put it on, I did my thing in the street. That's all I'm going to say. When I'm not going to go, I'm not one of them braggadocious type of people. I lived my life in the street. All right. And I did things. And that's all I'm going to leave it at. I'm pretty sure the person who talk all this crap, you guys that talk all this crap behind the scenes, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't did nothing, because real men don't sit up here and get mad and bent out of shape over a damn Facebook post on somebody else's page and start cursing. That's the spirit of a female on you. So I hope you listening, but I forget what your clown ass name is, Lorenzo, whatever your name is. Your name ain't even worth mentioning. You a clown, you a fanboy. You obviously got some sugar in your tank every time you been out of shape over some comment about hair and facial hair and long hair. That proves, like I said, a lot of you guys get that effeminate spirit on you when you with the long hair and the beard trimmed all up, and you niggas shaping up your eyebrow, putting eyeliner on your eyebrows, eyeliner on all your hairline and all this other foolishness. That's primping, man. Men, real men don't got time for that, because men are supposed to always be in a warrior mindset. Real men are always supposed to be in a warrior mindset. So real men don't got time to play in their hair and primp and be sitting and having their hair twisted and all this other stuff. Yeah, that brother's name is KURIMEO. They say KURIMEO is an agent. They say KURIMEO is an agent. I don't know that. Somebody said KURIMEO is an agent. I don't know that. I see him put out some good. I don't know. Y'all guys with this agent stuff. I'm looking in my comment section. Somebody said the guy's an agent. How? How? What do you have to back up? All I seen the guy do is put out good information about, and basically the information is good because he quoted from books, which a lot of you guys asked for. So I'm like, how is this guy an agent? He hasn't said anything that was against our people. So how is he an agent? Make that make sense to me. A lot of y'all be bugged out with all this agent stuff, man. Everybody's a goddamn agent. Stop with that agent talk. What has he done to show himself to be an agent? Just let me know. All I ever seen the guy do is put out information and big up our people as being the real Native Americans of this land. That's all I ever seen him do. I don't know what you might have saw. Maybe I could be wrong. Put it in the comment section. Let me see. Or call in. You see? Let me see. Our calling number is 929-430-5191. Okay? 929-430-5191. Don't just say something and don't back it up. If you saying that this guy's an agent, I'm like, how do you know that? You see, how do you know he's an agent? Like I said, I've never seen him say anything negative or derogatory or gave any misinformation when it comes to our people and our heritage. That's all he do. So what is agent like about that? He's an agent, bro. He shares true, false information. And we know true and false information is horrible for the brain. Okay, what false information has he shared? Let me know. What false information has he shared? You see? You can't say stuff without backing it up. You see, just you saying what he's saying is false. He's quoting from books. So tell me what's false and what information. Okay, let's just say he's giving false information, which he done backed up what he was saying from the books. Let's just say that. How does that benefit whatever he's saying about us, be it true or false or not? How does that benefit whoever he's supposed to be an agent for, the government or whoever you think you're an agent for? How does that benefit them and him telling us that we the Native Americans? If anything, the ones who are really the real agents, these people that's telling us we African. Those are the agents, the ones who pushing Pan-Africanism. Those are the agents. Okay? Those are the agents, the ones pushing Pan-Africanism, black consciousness. Those are your agents. Those are your boule coons. You see, he's not even a so-called black man, to be honest with you. He's just a regular Latino guy, He's not even a so-called black guy, so he ain't got no horse in this race to win. He don't have to say all that. He could be like a lot of his Latino brothers and sisters who try to hide the heritage and don't tell us nothing about what that is. He put us on to that. And I think he was a student at Dr. York's at one time, if I'm not mistaken. And I think he's an Israelite too, but I don't know. I don't care about the guy's background. I care more about the information that he's conveying. He's conveying a lot of information. He does this every day. I don't know who you are, sir. I don't know who you are. I know the black conscious niggas, those are agents. All the Pan-Africans, all the red, black, and green people, those are agents. And it makes sense that they agents because they sitting up here lying to us about our origins here in America. They not telling us that we the real ethnic Americans, that we are descendants of the Olmecs, the Aztec, the Inca, the Mayan people, the people that built civilization, the Yucatan people, all the pyramid. They're not telling us that. This guy's telling us that. And IMMORTAL. They got, like I said, I wish he put more videos out. You see, I look at them as sources, and I've come across my own sources, but like I said, I was never a big reader. But they told me things I already kind of knew already, but they just helped connect the dots. But back to this beard thing, like I said, if you got some information, bro, call in and make it known. Don't call in with BS and talk about, well, I believe, and I think that, and he's giving, but it's shit. Nah, I don't want to hear all that, man. Make it make sense why this guy would be an agent. And all he's doing is telling us the truth about who we are. What lies has he told? But that's all I'm going to say on the subject. If you don't personally like the guy, it's up to you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not in this for person. It's not a personality contest. This is not a ain't about whether I like people or dislike people. It's not a popularity contest. But anyway, like I said, all that primping in your hair and braiding and twisting and you guys that do this stuff, that's effeminate, man. That's effeminate. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care. Like I said, women get their hair done. Men get their hair cut because men got to keep it moving, man. We clean our face off. We shave our face because I'm not trying to be shaping up my goddamn because I had a mustache. I had the goatee. I did all that. I had the mustache, the goatee, the full-on beard, everything. I told you I was Muslim under Dr. York. We was Ansar Allah. We had the beards and all that. So I did all that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, after I got out of all that, I was like, man, I don't want to wear no facial hair no more. I never was really feeling facial hair because, like I said, you got to be trimming it. It itches. You know what I'm saying? You got to be shaping this up and shaping that up and all that other stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do it. The most manliest thing I've ever seen is my father shaving his face. You go and you see your father and your little boy, you see your father in the bathroom with the shaving cream on and he's shaving his face. Now, he would sometimes use the magic shave and stuff like that, like a lot of bronze men because they didn't want to get the shaving bumps. But my father shaved all the time, and he would keep his little thin mustache. And, it looked all right on him, but I was just like, or sometimes he'd do clean, or keep his little thin mustache. But I'm not for none of the facial hair because I'm not going to be trimming up no mustache and all that. That's too much primping for me. I'm not doing all that primping. And for you guys who say, oh, well, you ain't got to primp, brother. You could just leave it. Nah, I don't play that. If I'm going to wear something, it's going to be neat. I'm not going to have no hair out of place and all this other stuff. I don't rock with the Israelites and all that with the funky beards on their face and hair all down your face looking like a damn Sasquatch. You see, that's supposed to be manly? You telling me these guys' argument is facial hair is manly. You see? They're going to tell you facial hair is manly. Well, if facial hair is manly, question. If facial hair is so manly like you Israelites say and you're supposed to wear your beard and whatnot, then how come every man don't grow a beard? A lot of you Israelites, some of you guys don't even grow beards. Some guys don't grow beards. So you going to say the brother who is Israelite or, whatever, Muslim, whatever, he can't grow facial hair. Is something wrong with him? He a homosexual, whatever would y'all call him, effeminate because he can't grow facial hair? That makes a man effeminate because he don't grow facial hair? As women right now online that grow facial hair, are they masculine? Could they be amongst the men? I show you right now, chicks got damn facial hair. You see, one guy had the nerve to say something stupid to me like, oh, brother, you ain't supposed to cut your hair because it's part of your nervous system. What? Look, nigga, if you like having long hair, just say you like having long hair. Stop trying to make it something more than what it is. I hate when you niggas do that. And I don't like to use the word nigga, but you act like niggas. You guys who sit up here and you want to act like, because you want to make it some sacred, holy thing because you like wearing long hair. You want to get bent out of shape because you like wearing long hair or you like wearing a beard on your face. Stop with the, because I said if it was connected to your nerves, then why can you cut it and it don't hurt? Why don't it hurt when you cut it? Why it keep growing back? That's a part of grooming. Just like when you cut your nails, your toenails, whatnot, it's all part of grooming. things overgrow because you're constantly eating and you got your proteins and things, and you're going to grow hair. And that's what it's to be cut. You got some guys who won't never cut their hair all down their back and whatnot, like the dreads and all that stuff. Man, look, men are not supposed to have long hair because, again, you're supposed to always be in a warrior mindset, a warrior mentality. You might have to fight to protect yourself, your family. That hair becomes a weapon against you because somebody can just grab you by your hair. Trust me, I done grabbed a lot of dreads in fights. I done grabbed a lot of long haired dudes in fights and used that hair against them. And there ain't nothing they can do about it. I just wrap my hair around their head and use them niggas for slingshots. All around the hair and whatnot, just all that. Or guys with long hair, you gonna grab that beard, long beard. I'll be the first thing to pull your beard. You see, that works as a weapon against you. Real men are clean because we ain't got time to do no primping. Ain't nobody gonna be pulling, ain't got nothing to pull on. You ain't got no long hair to pull on because, like I said, I ain't gotta be worried about that. Guys, I done seen guys in fights and they done got damn hairs pulled out their damn hair. Got hair, whole bunch of dreads and braids pulled out their hair. Niggas got blood spots and blood stains and whatnot from their head. Chunks pulled out their head. Cause they want to play in their hair. You see? That's pure foolishness, man. You look back in the ancient world, the men back then, I'm talking about the Olmecs, some of the Olmecs, the Aztecs, and all them people, some of the hardest faced dudes you ever want to see, they ain't had no facial hair. The Olmecs, they had no facial hair, but I bet you wouldn't step to them. I bet you ain't gonna say, oh, you guys look soft because you ain't got no. You would look at them faces on them Olmec statues. Go and tell them they need a mustache and a beard. See what they do to you. And them brothers, like I said, they look really robust in those just from those statues. You see? All right? You see? That's why a lot of these guys, when they go to jail, what's the first thing a lot of these guys with long hair do when they go to jail? A lot of guys, when they go to jail with long hair, they cut their first thing they do, they cut their hair. Because that's one, for two reasons. Number one, because you ain't about to have no man doing your hair in jail. I would hope not. Number two, if you go in there with long hair, depending on where you go, them old booty bandits gonna get you. They gonna get you. You a girl now. You the girl with the long hair. One of them guys, one of the brothers from DeBarge, one of them guys got locked up, and they grazed. They father a Caucasian, their mother is a black female, and he had the long hair. One of the brothers went in from DeBarge, one of the guys, and he had that long hair down his back. Back when that guy, when he hit the prison, he cut all that hair off, bald. He went to the barber, got a baldy, and he started hitting the weight room. You see? He started hitting the weight room, cut all his hair, bald, shaved all that off. He wasn't about to be nobody girl. He wasn't trying to have that. He got big. He was swole with a bald head. All right? So they know that that's not something manly, because if he felt it was manly, he would have kept his hair. A lot of these guys, they don't keep their hair when they go to jail. All right? All right. All right. So that's that with the with the long hair. Like I said, it's too much primping and it's too much, maintenance. Okay? Okay. Ash on the shirt. I don't want to spill no ash on my shirt. Man, I need me a damn smoke bid. I'm gonna create a smoke bid for myself because I'm always getting ash. I gotta watch when I smoke. I feel like a big baby sometimes. I gotta get me a smoke bid or something. Yeah, that's something I need to invent and start selling some smoke bibs for men who like to smoke, like myself. We get ashes. We're gonna get some ashes. But that's going back to that. It's just too much grooming, man. When you see the law enforcement, notice when you see the law enforcement, you see the military. Not that I care about them, because a lot of these guys are sodomites with the Caucasoid. They sodomites, but the whole thing of them cleaning their face, that come from our people. The Egyptian, the ancient Kemites and whatnot, they was wearing fake beards, but a lot of the pharaohs, they ain't had no facial hair, and definitely Olmecs and all them people back then, our people back before they intermixed with the Caucasian, these different races, we didn't have no facial hair. We didn't have facial hair. This came about by mixing with other races, the facial hair. That's where that came about. We don't really grow facial hair like that. You see? And like I said, for somebody to say that facial hair denotes a man, that's the most unmanly person you're going to see. That means that you base your masculinity on some strands of hair on your face. Make that make sense to me. And I told you Israelites too, and all you people that say stuff like that, if facial hair make you manly, then why are you taking orders from the white man who don't wear no facial hair? 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure when they go punch that time clock, they're going to punch into a white male, a Caucasian male who ain't got no facial hair. He telling you what to do. He telling you when to be at work, when to go, this, that, and the third. Why are you taking orders from the Caucasian male if you the manly Israelite and you got the beards? Why are you taking orders from them? Why, how that happen? Okay? Why are you taking orders from them? And then you guys, like I said, don't you want to look youthful? I want to look as youthful as possible, man. I want to stay youthful looking. I don't want to look like no old man because all that facial hair, it puts age on you, makes you look old. And I don't know what it is with you guys who want your hair to go white and you want these long white Santa Claus beards, walking around looking like Father Time or something. What's wrong with you dudes, man? Why wouldn't you want to look young? Why wouldn't you want to look youthful, I should say? Why wouldn't you? I don't even like gray hair, white hair. I'm never going to have no gray hair. So if I got to touch up my hair, I'm doing it. I'm staying the way I look. You know what I'm saying? Because I like that. I like to stay in shape. I want to stay as youthful and and as vibrant looking as possible. Me growing hair all over my face or letting my hair grow white and all this other stuff. That's one thing I said on Minister Farrakhan. He keep trying. He up in his 80s and he keep it going. You know, that hair dies a mug. You see? But hey, it is what it is. So yeah, man, you guys who like all that primping and stuff, you guys that into all that primping, your beards and your long hair, get down, do what you do, man. I don't care what you do, but I'm just letting you know it's not manly. Men don't do that. Men ain't got time for that. We get it and we get our cuts and go, man. We get it and go. We get our cuts and go. We get our faces clean. We go, man. You see, we get it and go. We ain't got time to be playing. Nobody playing in our hair. We ain't got no patience for it. We got real stuff to do, man. You guys that got time to get your hair done, you obviously ain't got nothing to do in your life. Somebody had a question? Somebody, let me see. What was the attraction with beards back then? Okay. No, well, a lot of that beard stuff come from the Greeks and the Romans. If you look at a lot of the early Greco-Roman gods and whatnot, that whole beard thing came from them. And being that they ended up becoming the out front people when it comes to the image of God and the Messiah and all that, they were showing a lot of their gods with beards. And they would show some of their angels and their so-called angelic figures with beards on. If you know, that's really where the beard thing come from. And a lot of you so-called black men, you don't want to admit it, but you came through, or your belief in God comes from the Christianity, which is really Greco-Roman culture. I did a broadcast the other night where I say they tell you that you following the Judeo-Christian society here in America, but you're really not. You're following the Greco-Roman culture here. All right, and the Greeks and the Romans, they was wearing beards. Okay, they the ones that had the beards. The ancient Egyptians, they ain't wearing no beards. And a lot of you Israelites who claim, oh, King David, and all these people, listen, King David's not real. Okay? None of them people, a lot of them people who are described in the Bible are really ancient Kemites whose names got changed over and the stories got altered a little bit. But a lot of the people you talking about are not even real people. All right? And a lot of them are inspired by Greco-Roman culture. So they're the ones that brought the beard out, and they're the ones that, ended up telling you that God had a beard and all this other stuff and Jesus got a beard. That's really where y'all get this from. This is why you believe that beards are manly. That's from the Greco-Romans, and you know what culture they about. You know what their culture really is. I don't have to say it, but, man on man, girl on girl, man on boy. Basically an open pansexual society. That's what that was. Just like this. That's how you know that they really following a Greco-Roman system here in America. It's not no Judeo-Christian religious belief. This is a Greco-Roman culture. That's why there's open homosexuality, open lesbianism, open pedophilia, open bestiality, and all this stuff is open. Because anytime you can go someplace and find videos on this stuff, and you got a lot of your congressmen and senators, and also the Senate or the senator setup that they have in D.C. That's straight from the Romans. The Roman Senate, that's straight from the Romans. So this is set up, and that's why they have that thing where you could be a homosexual in religion. Because in Christianity, Catholicism, that's all based in Greco-Roman culture. That's all it is. Jesus Christ is a Greco-Roman name. It comes from the name Jupiter and Zeus, which is Greek and Roman. Okay? That's why you got in your Bible, the New Testament is what? It's Romans. It's a lot of Roman talk. That's because the Catholic Church came into power, and they decided that the look of quote unquote angels, right? The look of quote unquote angels and God would be of bearded figures. Okay, that's where that come from. All right? We was the only ones who had our face clean. They started cleaning their face because they looked at us. That's why they started. When you start seeing them, the Caucasian males with their clean faces in Greece and Rome, that's when they started copying from us. They started copying from the ancient Kemites and whatnot. That's when they started cleaning their face. The men started. But like I said, that was just something natural. We just didn't grow facial hair. And a lot of times we still don't to this day. You see, I grew a beard, but I don't grow no big Arab-looking beard or nothing like that on my face. I grow a decent beard, but I'm not wearing that no more. I don't need that. That's like I said, I'm grooming myself. But on to the next thing. What's the next topic I wanted to discuss?
Reparations.
Huh?
Reparations.
Reparations. I'm gonna speak on reparations. I've heard a lot of my contemporaries or people out here who talking about reparations. Let me say something about that, because I always wanted to make my stance clear on reparations. Do bronze people who are the descendants of slaves here in this country, do they deserve reparations? Yes, they do. Absolutely. Do they deserve reparations for racism? No, they don't. Do they deserve reparations for the work and the labor that our people put in building the economy of the United States? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because our people built American economy. Our slave labor built the American economy. Slave labor gave America its economic base. You talking about over 400 years of free labor, over 300 plus years of free labor, where you had these people doing everything. America came up through the textiles of, and cotton and food, and tobacco and all this other stuff. And that had to be harvested by the slaves, because again, our people was the only ones that at one point in time that knew how to grow food on this land, because we were the first ones cultivating and harvesting this land. And we were made to pick it off. We were made to clear out roads. We were made to build the railroads. They tell you this nonsense about the Asians who came over here and built. They came after our people. After slavery was over, around the 1860s, 70s, that's when a lot of the Asians started coming over here, because they needed somebody to replace the slave labor force once this country supposedly, quote unquote, stopped slavery. Right? So you talking about 300 and something odd years, or 300 plus more years of free labor, where an economy was produced from that, and this government is still around that benefited, and a lot of corporations are still around that benefited from slavery or for the suffering. Like I said, not even something, put that to the side, the suffering, but that too, but also the free labor. Now, this country is giving so-called Native Americans, Mongoloid Indians, they have given them reparations. But let's just look at this for a second. The so-called Indians, American Indians, they didn't do anything to build up America. When they came, when the white man saw them on the land, they were basically squatting on the land. They were basically squatting. Like I said, they were camping out on the land. Okay, they were not farming the land. They were not cultivating the land. They were not building anything on the land. They was basically setting up teepees, right? They were setting up teepees and basically camping out. What they were doing, what their life was basically living in campgrounds. Okay, that was their life. They were not farming any land. They were not out here building up no structures, no houses and things like that. They weren't doing any of that. They were living off the land. So all they really got done to them was got pushed to other parts of the other country. They got moved off of their land and pushed to other parts of their country, of this country. That's it. That, you know, I don't understand how that qualifies you to get reparations when you wasn't doing nothing with the land. I can understand people getting reparations who are actually living on the land, actually cultivating the land like our people was. Because that's how the white man learned how to cultivate the land, through us. Because we were already doing it before they came here. Like I said, go back to the 1100-year-old ruins that were here, the mound ruins where they found in Georgia and all over other places. They keep finding these mound cities where you find these are whole communities of bronze people, the copper-colored people, these so-called black people. These are whole communities of bronze, copper-colored people, right? So you know they had children and they had children and they had children and so on and so forth. And they were seeing white people come over here. That's how they learned the language. They learned English because they seen white people coming. At one point in time, the white people was acting friendly to Caucasians because there wasn't a lot of them. Like, you know, like how gentrification worked. They come over and it's only a handful of them and they want to be friendly with everybody. The natives, they want to be cool with everybody. Then when enough of them get over here and next thing they bring the guns, next thing you know, ain't no more friends. The friendship part of it is over. The whole friendship is over. Next thing you know, they running, it's a government now that you ain't a part of. Next thing you know, it's a police force or whatever. Next thing you know, it's people with guns pointing you, telling you get off your land and you got to pay taxes on land that you've been living on. These people, these foreigners come here and set up a government. And next thing you know, you under the government, you got to get off your land. It's going to Caucasians. You see? Oh, and then by the way, now you ain't even free now. You got your land taken. You ain't even free now. Now you got to be a slave. You see? That's how that works. You see? Yeah, so it works like that. And you know, that's basically how we actually lost something. We actually lost land. Like how they don't, like for example, how they don't want to give back the land to the people in the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre, the people who outright owned the land, who outright owned that land, who was paying taxes on that property, who was doing all the right things as so-called citizens, didn't do anything illegal to obtain the land. These people actually bought the land, built businesses on it, and they had their land attacked. They had their land attacked by those people in those areas who was government sponsored. Government sponsored terrorism took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It did. Because if it wasn't government sponsored, why the government ain't making sure these people get their land back? Why the government ain't step in and say, no, this is not right? Why the Justice Department ain't step in and say, no, this ain't right? We got to give these people back their land. Because they sponsored it. They wanted to take these people's land. They don't want to see our people, the natives of this land, doing good. They want to see us doing bad. I told you, whenever you get people that come into a land, when you get people that come in as immigrants, the last thing they want to see when they're trying to establish themselves as the face of the country, they don't want to see the immigrants. They don't want to see the natives or the indigenous people or the ethnic people who are the real ethnic culture. They want to see them fail. They got to go down in order for them to come up. And that's why there's really racism here. That's why they made us black people. That's why they made us African Americans and Negroes. Because I told you the whole thing of calling us Africans was linked to the whole Greco-Roman conquering of Africa. What I mean by that is Greece and Rome and all these places came up upon conquering Africa, parts of Africa. Large parts of Africa was conquered. So when the so-called founding fathers came here into America, the very system that they set up, because they were Freemasons, one of the systems they set up that they were inspired by was the Greco-Roman system. All right. That's why you got Senate. That's why certain places here got that Greco-Roman feel and whatnot. You got play at Philadelphia. You got certain names that are Greco-Roman or Latin words that come from the Greco-Roman culture. Right. And they still even use that in law today. So the whole thing was to, again, push this Greco-Roman energy, this Greco-Roman spirit over this land. And what did they do? What did the Greeks and Romans do? They had slaves. You see, that's another reason why they let slavery go, because the Greeks and Romans had slaves. And they were powerful society. And who did they have as slaves? They was conquering the Africans. So, of course, the white man, the Caucasians, they wanted to get that Greco-Roman energy going here. So what did they do? They basically, if you notice, like I said, on the plantations, because I talked about this the other night, on the plantations, they would give black men Greek names. Hercules, Achilles, Apollo, Ulysses. They would give black men these type of names. As a reason why, if you listen to High and Mighty, well, not, you listen to MENTELLECT Patreon, I get into why they gave these so-called black men a lot of these names. You see, it was for, you know, LGBT purposes. Let's just say it like that. Okay, I believe it at that. You can go on MENTELLECT Patreon, subscribe to MENTELLECT Patreon. You can hear that broadcast up there about the Greco-Roman spiritual energy on this, you know, thing. But anyway, so this is where, and they push the whole Jesus Christ thing, which I say Jesus Christ is a Greco-Roman God. So the people in the Christian church, they worship in a Greek God. They worship in a Greco-Roman God. But you think it's Judeo-Christian. There's no Judeo society, because Judaism and Christianity don't even go together. The so-called Judaic culture or religion has laws to it. There's laws in Judeo-Christian culture. One of the laws is no homosexuality, none of this stuff. No man laying with men. That's right in the Bible. But you could be a homosexual in Christianity. You could be a homosexual in Christianity. You can be a lesbian in Christianity. You see, there's no law against sexual, there's no law against, you know, open, you know, alternative sexual lifestyles. There's no law against that in Christianity. It's not. That's why you got a lot of LGBT people who are into Christianity and, you know, in the world. And if you speak out if you speak out against that as a Christian minister or whatever, you get shunned in the church. They shun you in the church. Okay? The queen's down when the supreme master checkmate the king and take power and reclaim the planet. Okay. I'm reading some of y'all stuff. Real men should not smoke weed or blunts. That is childish. Why is that? Well, why is that? Here's somebody in here who got offended by the long hair thing. Now you're talking about, oh, real men shouldn't smoke marijuana. Why not? This is not weed, sir. This is marijuana. There's a difference. Weed is what a lot of these Negroes are smoking out here in the world. They got all these chemicals. This is natural marijuana. And we've been smoking this going back to the ancient world. It's pictures on the walls in ancient time of us smoking marijuana. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Is it childish for a man to drink wine? Because a lot of you Israelites, maybe you might be an Israelite, sir. You Israelites, you guys drink wine and you get drunk when you drink wine. I've seen a lot of you guys come on the forum. Y'all drunk as skunks, man. This relaxes you right here. This ain't no cigarette. I ain't never heard nobody get no cancer from smoking marijuana. You gonna talk about this childish? Why? Because you mad I said something about the long hair and the beard? Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get these clowns coming in here. Right. Yeah, I know it's over his head. Yeah, we're gonna get some idiots in here going to talk about, oh, it's childish to smoke marijuana. You know, that's very effeminate. You know how that when you get these guys, this female energy coming off them, they like to play tit for tat like a lot of females do. Like when you make a point about something and they don't like what you're saying, oh, so now, well, you ain't supposed to be doing this. What basis do you have for that? I gave basis as to why men should not wear long hair and facial hair. I gave a basis for that because men are supposed to be in a warrior mentality, a warrior mind state. How are you in a warrior mind state when you're getting your damn hair done? You're supposed to be, like I said, how you in that when you got to be playing all in your face primping? Women primp. Men don't primp. Men don't primp. We wash our face, ruffle out our damn hair, and we go. That's it. We go get a haircut, get it trimmed up, it's neat, and that's it, man. We keep it moving. You guys want to play in your hair, you want to sit, and again, I don't care what you do. If you want to sit between a woman's legs and get your hair done, or a man nowadays with you guys, or you want to be playing in your face with a beard and doing all the lines and all, do your thing. I don't care. I'm just saying it's not manly. That's why none of our people in the American Republic, we don't wear no facial hair. We don't wear long hair. That's not allowed. It's not allowed in our community. We don't wear no facial hair and we don't wear no long hair. You see that? Because again, men don't do that. Real men ain't got no time for that. Real men ain't got time for that. And we ain't got no time to be arguing with these guys who come with these stupid points about, oh, well, you smoking marijuana. And so what? I'm man enough to admit it. I'm man enough to admit it. I own up to what I do. That's what men do. I don't sit up here and make, oh, well, see, you ain't a man if you ain't got a facial hair. That's something a female, somebody with an effeminate nature would say. You don't make no excuse for why. Nigga, just say you like wearing long hair and a beard and go about your business. I'm not talking to you. Anyway. You see? I'm reading some of this stuff. Okay. If you don't grow your own weed, it's synthetic. How you know I didn't grow this? How you know? Maybe I did grow it, or maybe I know somebody who does grow it. Mine's got seeds all in it. You know, that's a good sign. I got seeds in mine. Mine's is grown. Okay? You can make tea out of this. You can drink it as a tea. You see? I drank it as a tea. I've smoked it. You see? I don't drink wine. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink alcohol. But your Israelites, a lot of them guys, they drink alcohol. And your Muslims, they smoke cigarettes. You see? I don't do that. You know, a lot of these guys, like I said, they hypocrites, man. They hypocrites. What else I'm going to touch on? Because we about to close this out in a second. Let me see. And like I said, these guys who calling the homie Kamal, like I said, I endorse that brother's page. Go, you know, like I said, go and check out his stuff. You know, he like I said, he seems to have a love for our culture as ethnic Americans. So I'm not hating on that. The guy who called him an agent, why don't you go out here and put up a YouTube page, and why don't you go and address these things and tell the real truth? Because you saying he telling lies. Because you know I hate people do that. I hate when people go and call people these different things, but yet you're not going to do anything, you know, to replace what you're saying this person is doing wrong. If you're not going to do anything to replace what a person is doing wrong, then don't complain about it. He doesn't talk nationality. He doesn't even talk nationality. What are you talking about, Jay Madison? He doesn't talk nationality. Bro, I just named all of the people who are trying to bring our people out of darkness. We don't know civics. I guess that's what you're saying. Well, what people you name? Call in and tell me these people. 929-430-5191. 929-430-5191. Tell me these people. Because if you got to tell me these people and these people are not known, then if you're not known, then you might well not be doing nothing. At least this guy makes himself known. I make myself known. Don't tell me about all these mystery people that you saying doing so much. I hate when people say that. Oh, see, brother, you don't know what these. We got a lot of people. What a lot of people? I should be unheard about them then. What's their names? No, call in and tell me. I don't want to read nobody's names. If I got to listen to you tell me about a bunch of abstract and unknown people, this is like you telling me nothing. Because where can I find these people at? And what are they going to say that's so much different from him? You still ain't calling and telling me how this guy's lying. How is he lying when he's telling about our people and you ain't doing nothing? You ain't telling me nobody I can point to. I point to him as a source and the books that he point out. I point to A.R.C. IMMORTAL and those guys I listen to when it comes to the history as far as book-wise and the things written down. That's it. I use them as a source. They are excellent sources because they're constantly doing it. At least the guy, AHAU, I don't know how to pronounce the brother's name. At least he is constantly doing it. He seems to have a love for it, a real passion for it. You know, these guys who you claim doing so much, I don't see these guys. You know. But I got another 4 minutes left. Let me see. Okay. Aline Bay. Okay. I don't know Aline Bay. I heard of him, but I don't see him making no videos out here. You know, I don't see these guys making. You talking about a bunch of Moors? You talking guys who Moors? I'm like, well, you got on that then. These Moors and whatnot, that's fine. Like I said, I don't see these guys making any videos. Send a video link. You see? Or I don't want to hear nothing about some guys that make videos every so often. This guy makes videos every 2-3 days. And when he stays making videos, he put a lot of content up there. So miss me with the old, you know, man, look, I don't care about, you know, favorites. And I don't care, man. Like I said, whoever's bringing the intel where it's making sense, logical sense, rational sense and whatnot, and it resonates. Like I said, I'm going to use these people as resource, as a source, you know, to the things I say, because they only just backing up the things I was saying anyway. Please, the people that are in here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this and whatnot. We having open talks. Like I said, I'm here to take some calls. Share the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know, High and Mighty Talks, we're going to just be here. People want to ask me questions, ask me about any, you know, past knowledge I put out, past intel I shared and whatnot. Because see, I don't copy people. I never appreciate those who do. I always look at people who are, you know, pioneers like myself. I pioneered MENTELLECT. I pioneered the almond race. I pioneered a lot of this stuff that is out here that's being taken from me. So I look to those people. That's why I say the people that put the work in, the people who put the time in, I appreciate you. Like when you see they got KURIMEO, like I said, KURIMEO, he puts the work in. He puts the work in. You gotta appreciate that. Even if you don't like the guy, he claim he an agent because he ain't a Moor. That sound like really where you coming from, because the guy's not a Moor, he an agent. Because he ain't walking around with a red fez on his head talking about the government owe him something. Like a lot of you Moors do. You see, and a lot of you Moors admittedly helped the goddamn beast, helped the caveman get in power. A lot of you Moors did. So you kind of can miss me with the Moorish stuff, because a lot of you guys, y'all still in the beast, you guys still trust too, man. Because you actually believe these cave beasts going to give you some kind of treaty. A lot of you guys still on that treaty, and you guys want status. Man, no, I'm not interested in a lot of the stuff you guys talk about, man. No, thank you. You see? They said MENTELLECT from the trenches. MENTELLECT from the trenches. He not going to overstand Nubian's struggle tactics. Struggle tactics? What does that mean? What struggle tactics? I don't got no struggle tactics. I don't know what that even means. You literally just said you don't have time to read. No, I don't have time to read, sir. I have a life. I done read more books than you probably could even think about. I done read. I'm 51 years old. I did all my reading already. I did all that already. I take action. Again, it's about practical application. It ain't about sitting around with your goddamn head in a book all day. Because a lot of people lie in books. You guys that talk all that book shit, you guys don't do nothing but sit around and read books all day. You guys sit around and read books all day and you don't do nothing. What good is your book reading going to do? What good is it? You ain't doing nothing. I'm raising the community. You sitting around reading with your head in the damn book. I'm raising the community. I'm cleaning my people up. You sitting around with your head in the book talking about nothing. No, I'm not around my children smoking no marijuana. My children are in their rooms. Okay? You say the most dumbest things, man. Whatever, man. I ain't going to respond to that foolishness. You see? I'm talking out their head. Like I said, I ain't got no struggle. I ain't struggling at all. Lucifer, Yahweh, Lord, Enki, your boots. Where can you order your? Can I order your books? I'm putting out audios and I stopped writing books. I wrote plenty of books. I stopped writing books. I'll come out here and I'll show the books I've written. I wasn't even writing big books because the time of books is played out, man. Everything is audio now, man. I'm just sitting around and just taking time out. I do a lot of audio stuff. I retain a lot of intel in my mind. See, I'm a forward thinker. I'm a trailblazer. I don't got time to read the history. I know the history. I don't got time to do that at the end of the day, like I said. So if I come across somebody in the video and they speak in the history and they got time to do it, I'll defer to those guys. I'm like, okay, I don't got time to do that. I got an active life. I'm running the community. I got a family. I'm doing a lot of things. So, you got to read the books. You got a lot of time because a lot of you guys, you obviously got a lot of time on your hands. All right. So let me see. Okay. Yeah, but I'm going to just finish the last thing off this reparations thing and I'm going to be out of here. We'll be back on probably another day or so. Hopefully some more intelligent people come in here and they don't come in here trying to be trolls and talking all this foolishness. But I realize this comes with it all. They even the Latinos, a lot of the Mexicans and the Latinos come out, they want reparations. Reparations for what? Like, y'all didn't build America. I can see you saying you wanted reparations for free labor. That, you don't get reparations for you talking about you had land taken away from you. Again, a lot of these people were just squatting on the land. They wasn't utilizing the minerals, the resources, and growing. Our people were actually utilizing the resources of the land, cultivating the land, making the land, growable and growing the land and things like that and growing things off and then building on the land. A lot of those plantations, a lot of them were already there and they were the houses of bronze people, you see, and they were taken from them. And these Caucasians moved in. A lot of matter of fact, all the plantations were built by the slaves and they had to build their own slave quarters. So that proved that they were skilled labor. So if anybody deserves reparations for the labor, forget the suffering and all that, okay. People, that's, cause for that. But for the most practical part, which was the free labor. That's still, and this country is still benefiting from the free labor of our people. So nobody deserves reparations but so-called black people whose family was slaves here in this country, which are the descendants of the ancient Mesoamerican people. Not African slaves, but Mesoamericans who became and came into servitude to these Europeans. All right? So that's it. I'm going to end it off. I want to thank you all for this stream and whatnot. Those you disagree, that's fine. You can disagree. We can agree to disagree. I'm not. You guys want to wear beards, that's fine. You guys want to worship Yahweh Shai, that's fine. Even though you're a Greco-Roman god named Jesus, is the same person. You guys want to sit up here and worship the Moabites or the Moors or whoever, or believe you niggas is Moors, but yet you ain't been to Morocco. But whatever. That's it. I'm gonna close out the name of Amen by the power of Amen. Amen we trust. And Amen we thank, and in Amen we continue for forever. I'm out.